Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our special coverage from Defence Services Asia 2024 here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Global Business Press is the official show daily for this defence exhibition here in Malaysia. And we have an exclusive interview with Mr. Asad Kamal. He is the CEO of Global Industrial Defence Solutions, GIDS, a Pakistan-based defence company. This company has a fairly large global footprint, and we've seen them at different defence exhibitions abroad. They've been quite successful in exporting the defence products as well. We're going to have a discussion with Mr. Kamal to just get a sense of this company's activities, their market presence in Malaysia, and also their plans for Southeast Asia, as well as getting a sense of some of the newer products which are also being showcased at the show here. Mr. Kamal, thank you for your time. We know it's been a busy time for you here at Defence Services Asia. If you could just give us a quick overview of GIDS and your activities across different defence verticals.
So thank you for coming to GIDS in the exhibition. GIDS basically was formed in the year 2007. And initially the mandate was to market some of the products that we make in Pakistan. And slowly and gradually the portfolio grew. Our initial focus was, in the starting years, was primarily the Middle Eastern countries, being the natural allies and closer to Pakistan. But later on, our strategy was to spread out and, regardless of the scale of the contract, focus on establishing relations from the South American continent to the Far East. Okay, even if it's $200,000 the contract, that was not the point. It was just to establish a presence there, because that is the thing that would help us in the long run. So eventually that strategy paid off. Now we have a client base across 22 countries in the world, and the diversity is the important part, that from Peru to Indonesia, Malaysia, and some of the Central Asian countries, we've got a lot of diversity when it comes to customers. So that is, when 2023, looking back, that is one of the big achievements that we've got in GIDS.
Okay. Can you just also take us through your presence here in Malaysia? Malaysia is an important customer in the region. Their budgets are growing. Can you take us to the presence of GIDS in Malaysia and any contracts that you have signed or will be signing with the Malaysian Armed Forces?
Yeah, we go back as 2000s actually. We did our first sale to Malaysia in 2003-2004, and the products in picture were the ANZA shoulder-fired weapons and the anti-tank weapon. So 2003 and 4, and they were pretty happy with it. So after 10 odd years, we kept on getting recurring requirements. We did another contract in 2015 also with them. But now we have a very pronounced requirement coming for the newer versions of the similar weapons. Like we brought on this new ANZA Mark III here, which offers a much improved sensor and range for the same missile. So we are offering that as an upgrade to what they already have. Also, we brought in the new anti-tank version. We sold them the version 1. And now we have the version 4 in Pakistan, which is being supplied to the Pakistani army as we speak. But that is the version that we are offering them. So that makes us, Malaysia, a very relevant country for Pakistan. That's why we keep coming back and back to this country.
Mr. Kamal, I'm actually going to go into a section which we witnessed coming into your pavilion today. We're seeing a lot of new products. We're seeing the Shafar Green outside. We see a new Taimur, which looks like a long-range standoff missile. If you can just take us through, and also for the audience watching, some of the new products that are in development here at GIDS.
Yes, good question. Since the last 3 years, we have opened up and added some much more meaningful products to our product portfolio. Before that, we were only focusing on products like bombs, fuses, anti-tank, and relatively small stuff in the bigger game. But now, since the last 3 years, we have added smart weapons and standoff weapons into our product portfolio. So that changes the game a little. So here at the stand, you can see we've got the big drones that we are making in Pakistan. We've spent about 30 years doing R&D and making them. The Sharper 2 Block 2 is one version which is currently being delivered to the Pakistani Armed Forces. Also, we're looking for the Middle Eastern clients. It is a very capable bird. It can fly to 1,000 kilometers, has a satellite connection, can remain airborne for 20 hours, all-weather capable, can carry 4 missiles also. And the good part is that most of the things, except the engine, are completely made in Pakistan. So we have the complete control over the technology. So then that is one part. Then the Sharper 3 is another product, which is going to be flying in December this year. My Sharper 3 takes the gain even further up. So that is 3,000 kilometers range, maybe 24 hours and more of endurance. And it can carry 4 missiles plus 2 laser-guided bombs as well, synthetic aperture radar. So we've got practically drones for every segment, from strategic, tactical to short range also. So that is one of our forte, our capabilities that we are offering. Not only the end product, but we also offer a technology transfer package to our customers. So that is one segment. Also, on the stand, you can see some of the standoff missiles that we are offering. Harba is a naval cruise missile. So the range is 290 kilometers. So when you fire it, it's got anti-jamming capability. It will skim on the coast, do evasive maneuvers, and then finally take itself up, identify a target and destroy it. We've got air-launched cruise missiles. So we've got a lot of variety as far as standoff weapons are concerned. A different customer for different products, obviously, but this is the value addition we are bringing to the Southeast Asian market, including Malaysia.
Mr. Kamal, if we can also understand from you the importance of exports. Exports are considered the holy grail of defense manufacturing. It's only when you export that a company is taken seriously, the products are taken seriously. How has it been for GIDS in this endeavor, in GIDS, in exporting your systems?
See, the way we are oriented is that the first priority was, the mindset was to meet the needs of the armed forces first, and then move on to the exports. As you can say, a extra or a byproduct. But now the mindset has changed. Things have evolved. Due to the economic conditions of not only Pakistan, but after COVID, I think every country is trying to do whatever it can to the maximum to get a lot of exports going. So that is what is the strategy is in Pakistan as well. So now the total mindset has changed. We have become much more export-oriented, and the exports are taking a big jump also. Especially after getting these much more bigger products into the portfolio, the cash flows have also increased. And now taking advantage of the leverages we have with some of the allied countries, I think it makes a lot of sense to just put your best foot forward. It is one of the industries that has prospered in Pakistan mostly. We've invested a lot in defense, and now it is time for the industry to pay back to the country.
Are you looking also at setting up offices, export offices in other countries? Have you done so currently, and will you be doing so in the future?
Yes, we have one office already in place in the Middle East. And as and when it's all about actually things making business head. So eventually we're looking at an office in Africa and probably Nigeria or Kenya, and so one in Central Asia. And once we reach significant volumes, and if we have to provide long-term after-sales, then you need to have an office in the Southeast Asian region.
The final question that I have for you, Mr. Kamal, is essentially Malaysia is looked at also as a gateway into Southeast Asia. These defense exhibitions here are not only to sell equipment to Malaysia, but also interact with customers from other parts of the region. What are your plans for Southeast Asia as a whole? What are some of your products that you feel will gain attention, and what are those which are already gaining attention with potential customers?
See, the recent conflicts in the world, like the Ukrainian conflict and the Azerbaijan conflict, has opened a new dimension in the way we have looked at wars and engagements. And all of a sudden, you can see that the tank, for example, people are now thinking it more as a liability than as an asset. See, drones, top attack drones, cheap weapons that can take out multi-million-dollar vehicles have become very in. shoot and scoot methodology. A lot of things have evolved and things are changing. So that helped us actually target a segment where we could avoid competing in high technological fronts, right, and exploiting a certain niche and selling Pakistani products, which were much more affordable and offering more or less the same reliability than our Western counterparts. So that is in a nutshell our strategy for Southeast Asia with their kind of troubles, because they don't have the regular opponents across the border just like we have in South Asia and other countries. When you have regular armies across the border as main threat, then your choice of weapon changes.
Different. Excellent point.
When you have, an invisible enemy to fight with, then you have a different selection of weapons. So what we are offering them is our experience in fighting terrorism over the last 20-25 years and our choice of weapons that we have used to combat terrorism in Pakistan. So that's why with our peculiar product range, our smart drones capable, the MLRS that we are bringing, it is a 140-kilometer range multi-rocket system. It offers more range than the HIMARS. It's a very important popular product in the Ukraine conflict. And even some of the other counterparts. So it is one product that we are offering to our Southeast Asian customers. So we think that we add value, or we bring value. That's why this is a very important market for us.
So ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, GIDS has a broad portfolio of defense products. They've exported to a large section of countries here. What's most interesting is an upcoming range of sophisticated weapons that the company is developing. They strongly believe they will have a greater market share within Southeast Asia if any of the products are proven as well. This sort of sums up our coverage from Defence Services Asia. We'd like to thank Mr. Kamal for the time and his very insightful answers, and we look forward to seeing you at the next defence exhibition somewhere around the world.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.